It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
And welcome to Science Bowl, everybody. Play along with us today and test your own science IQs. 6 outstanding middle school students playing today. Let's meet them right now. Let's go first to Benjamin Tasker. And would you please meet Samir Kumar, Joy O'Beary, and Edney Williams. And from Kenmoor Middle School, here they are, Abigail Lopez, John Watson, and Diego Bustillo. And now, here are the categories of questions we use on a Science Bowl.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing, and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here on the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to the difficulty of the question. Easier questions worth 5 and 10 points. Tougher ones, 15, 20, ultimately 25. Toughest of them all. We give both of our teams 50 points just for showing up and looking good. No penalties ever for incorrect answers. And at the end of the 2 rounds today, one of these 2 schools will come back to play William Wirt Middle School for the chance to become the 3rd of our 4 semifinalists in this year's middle school competition. A lot at stake. Let's go over and make sure everything works properly. Joy, could you try the red team's buzzer? Looks and sounds good. Good luck to you, to Samir and to Edney. And John, would you try the green teams? It looks A-OK as well. Good luck to you and to Abby and to Diego. And congratulations, guys. You were chosen by your schools to be ambassadors, and you look the part, and I know you're going to demonstrate it as well. We go alphabetically, B before K, so may the better team win. And Benjamin Tasker, let's play this bowl.
Body systems for 5, please.
Body assistance for 5 points. Teams, on social media, if you want to indicate a like, you can click on a heart, or you can click on one of these digits. John?
A thumb.
A thumb up, absolutely right. A thumb. I was going to say what digit. Thank you, Diego. Good answer. All right, go. Green. We'll turn out that light over there.
Let's get physical for 15. Let's get physical for 15.
Let's get physical for 15 points. Teams, what same word means a branch of a college or university outside of the main branch and a moon orbiting a planet? What same word can be used for both of those definitions?
A satellite?
A satellite, yes. Satellite campus, yes. Might be in a far-off city, and then a satellite is anything that orbits a planet. Nicely done. Thank you, Abby, too. Go green.
Let's get physical for 10.
Let's get physical for 10 points. Teams, it's quite interesting. They recently did a study with mechanical engineers who determined that the movement of our feet and the swaying of our legs is what causes these to become undone. Kenmoor.
Joints.
Not your joints. Benjamin Tasker, it's the movement of our feet and the swaying of our legs that causes these to become undone.
Laces?
Shoelaces. Shoelaces. What did you say? Laces? Very good. All right. Good answer. Go, red. Go ahead.
Let's get physical for 20.
Let's get physical for 20 points. Okay. Question is as follows. The collapsed stars that are in the universe are made up almost entirely of these uncharged subatomic particles. Kenmoor.
Neutrons.
Neutrons, absolutely right. Good listening skills over there. Go green.
Zoo Parade for 5. Zoo Parade for 5.
Zoo Parade for 5 points. Teams, the Disney sitcom starring Frankie and Paige is named for this first animal in the dictionary. Tasker?
Aardvark.
Aardvark. Biz aardvark it is called. Yes, indeed. Good answer, Joy. Go.
Science potpourri for 5, please.
Potpourri for 5 points. Teams, these restaurant-issued plastic pipettes don't decompose and are not recycled and are causing lots of pollution, Joy.
Straws?
Straws, plastic straws, yes. We're trying to cut down on the use of them because they are floating everywhere and they really don't recycle. Go, red.
Dateline science for 5, please.
Dateline science for 5 points is a multiple choice question, teams. Elon Musk is proposing a hyperloop that has little pods that will take us from here to New York City in 29 minutes, 90 seconds, or an hour and a half. Kenmoor.
90 seconds.
Not 90 seconds. 90 seconds, 29 minutes, or an hour and a half to go in a pod on the Hyperloop from here to New York, Joy.
29 minutes.
29 minutes is right. Yep, good. Thank you, Samir. Good help. Go red.
Okay, that's your category. Green things for 5, please.
Green things for 5 points. Teams, specifically, if you are a leaf peeper, what are you looking at? Kenmoor?
Trees.
No. Benjamin Tasker, if you're a leaf peeper, what are you looking at specifically?
Plants?
You're looking at fall leaves. Fall leaves. People go leaf peeping in the fall to see all those red and yellow and orange colored leaves. Go again, please, red.
Let's get physical for 5, please.
Get physical for 5 points. Teams, if you win today's Science Bowl, you're going to be so happy. You're going to be in a state of bliss. You might say, I'm on cloud number what?
9.
Benjamin Tasker?
9.
9, yeah, good. Go red.
Okay, we need to make I'm going to take a chance.
Go ahead, Joy.
Body systems for 15, please.
Body systems for 15 points is a multiple choice question. Teams, would you find a femoral artery in your leg, your
Leg.
your leg, yeah, not your arm and not your chest or any other part of the body. Yeah, femoral as in femur. Good listening skills there. Okay, our score is 90 to 90. We have a tie score. Go red.
Green things for 10, please.
Green things for 10 points. Teams, your question is as follows. Even though the Burpee seed packet says that tomatoes are vegetables,
Fruits.
they are botanically fruits because they are ripened ovaries that contain seeds. That is correct. Yes, ma'am. Ooh, and the buzzer says, boy, that was a very fast first half. Our score right now, 100 for Tasker, 90 for Kenmoor. We'll be back with the second half of Science Bowl in just one moment. Welcome back to Science Bowl. Yes, we have been here in Prince George's Schools for 32 years. We always look forward to students who played the game for the first time and also those who come back. And we have some returnees here today. Let's go meet them. Let's go to Benjamin Tasker first. They're still holding on to that buzzer over there because they think, who knows what this guy's going to ask me. I'm just going to ask you some personal questions here. Joy, tell me a little bit about Benjamin Tasker. Who's your principal?
Dr. Hill.
Dr. Hare, and out there rooting for you. Who's the sponsor of your team?
Miss Reynolds.
Miss Reynolds, and Miss Reynolds, Ramona has done a wonderful job, and thank you, Ramona, for all the work you've done and the support you've given to Science Bowl over the years here. And Joy, any alternates on your team?
Yeah. Yes, Sean.
Sean, and he'll be out in just a few moments with Miss Reynolds. I like to ask captains about their schools and what they like to brag about. What's a really neat thing about Tasker?
Tasker, it's a really fun school. We have fun activities, fun PBIS activities, activities that students earn through good behavior.
Yeah, PB, positive behavior, right? Yeah, absolutely right. Tell me about yourself. You've been on this show before, a couple times. What do you like about Science Bowl?
I like having something fun to do that involves science because science is one of my favorite subjects.
Yeah, wonderful. You're in the right place and you're a great player. And what do you want to do someday?
I want to become a neurosurgeon, an OBGYN, and or president.
You could do all those things. I have confidence in you, Obira. You're a formidable young lady and, as I say, a very good player. Edney, nice to have you here. Interested in chemistry, yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to do something different. And what is it about chemistry? Because, chemistry is in everything. Everything in this studio, what we're wearing, it's all through chemistry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me what you do in your spare time.
I usually try to practice for anything that's coming up, or I just hang out with friends or do homework.
That sounds good. And you have fun. And yet homework, I'm sorry to tell you, doesn't end when you leave school. all of life is homework. You're always preparing for something. So yeah, you're in the right mode already. How about you, Samir? What do you want to do someday?
I want to become a neurosurgeon or an orthopedic surgeon.
Yeah, why neurosurgery?
Because personally that I'm fascinated in how the brain works, and humans are just a race of evolved monkeys, but we can understand a lot.
Yeah, certainly the brain keeps evolving and we keep evolving. We keep changing as the world changes here. Let's hopefully we don't just wreck it too much before we evolve farther here. Nice to have you here today. Let's go on over to the Kenmoor team and find out about some returning players as well. John, nice to have you back again. Tell us about Kenmoor. Who's your principal?
Miss Faldy.
Miss Faldy, yes. She's been there for a number of years. She's a wonderful principal and high standards for you guys. Who's the sponsor of your team?
Miss Sanchez.
Yes, and she is here, I think, for the first time, and it's nice to have her here, and she'll be out in just a few moments. Any alternates on your team, John?
Yes, sir. We have ISA 2.
Wonderful, and ISA 2 is going to come out. John, what do you like about Science Bowl?
Well, it's just that I just love science, and I'm fascinated with science, and it can help us in our everyday lives.
It certainly can. You're such a well-spoken young man. What do you hope to do someday?
I want to become a research scientist or a geneticist.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. And we all want to kind of put together our family tree and just to find out how we all have a nose, 2 eyes, and 2 ears, but everybody looks different, all because of the expression of genes. It's truly miraculous. All right, find out about Abby. Abby, tell us about yourself. What do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I usually read or I play the cello and piano.
You were telling me you're very musically inclined. How long have you been playing those instruments?
I've been playing the cello for 4 years and piano for around 3 years now.
Wow. Does Kenmoor have an orchestra?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're one of the standouts over there. And what do you want to do professionally someday?
Professionally, I would want to be either a forensic scientist or a geneticist.
Yeah, so geneticist, that's kind of a common theme here. And yeah, I know you're going to be successful at it. And you're a really good player. And Abby, you've been here before, have you not?
Yes.
Yeah, what school were you with before?
I was with Kenmoor last year.
Kenmoor as well. And Diego, nice to see you here. You've been here a number of times. You look really comfortable over there. You know what this is all about. What schools were you at before?
In 5th grade, I was at Glenard Woods, and in the 6th grade, I was at Kenmoor.
Kenmoor, wow. All right, so here you are the 3rd time. What do you like about the show?
I like how all of this bonds us because we all have a common goal here to learn about science, and yeah, just hanging out with friends and yeah. Yeah,
hang out with buddies who also like science like you do. That's kind of a neat thing. Yeah. What do you want to do someday?
I would like to be a mechanical or a computer engineer.
Yeah, you'd be a good one because I know you're a good math student as well. Let's get back into the game. 105 for Tasker, 90 for Kenmoor. Lots of points to give away, and the last correct answer came from the red team. So, Joy, would you start us out?
I think that we should take something like
Go ahead.
Zoo Parade for 10.
Zoo Parade for 10 points. Team, some people call these insects the troubadours in the basement. They make songs with their legs, but they irritate people, Kenmoor.
Crickets.
Yeah, crickets. Yeah, where is it? Where is it? You can never seem to find it. Go green.
Body systems for 10.
Body systems for 10.
Body systems for 10 points is a multiple choice question. Teams, if your wisdom teeth are coming in sideways, are they called ingrained, ingrown, or impacted? Joy?
Ingrained.
Not ingrained. Sideways, growing, wisdom teeth, ingrained, ingrown, impacted.
Ingrown.
No, the one neither of you chose. Impacted teeth. Go again, green.
Science potpourri for 10.
Potpourri for 10 points. All right, teams, what same word means a tall chair that you might be sitting on in a kitchen? Yes, Joy?
A stool.
A stool, yes. Also another name for feces. Yeah, okay. Go red.
Daylight Science for 15, please.
Daylight for 15 points. Teams, Irene Curie, Marie Curie's daughter, won what same Nobel Prize? Kenmoor?
Nobel Prize for physics.
Not for physics, good try. What same Nobel Prize did Marie Curie and her daughter win? Marie in 1911 and her daughter in 1935. In what field?
Chemistry.
Chemistry, absolutely right. Good, come back, good. Red.
Science potpourri for 15, please.
Potpourri for 15 points is a multiple choice question. Teams, ants, if they bite or if they sting, oftentimes inject hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, or formic acid. Kenmoor.
I pass it to Diego.
Formic acid.
Formic acid, absolutely right. Forma actually is a Greek word for ant. Nicely done. Go green.
Daylight science for 10.
Daylight for 10 points. Teams, there is a new Lego figurine of a scientist by the name of Margaret Hamilton who designed the software for the Apollo moon landing in what year?
1969.
1969 is absolutely right. Good, go.
Zoo parade for 15.
Zoo parade for 15 points. All right, teams. Big words, simple answer. Bears that undergo carnivorian lethargy don't sleep as soundly as the bears that actually go through this process. Kenmoor.
Hibernation.
Hibernation, yeah. The other ones, they're just kind of lethargic. They're not really sawing logs, where the other ones are out cold. Go green. 10-point lead for Kenmoor. Green advantage.
Green things for 15.
Green things for 15 points is a visual question. Look at the monitor in the studio, if you would, please. And you can see Spanish moss hanging from the boughs of a tree called the live oak. It's in the south. It's called a live oak because it keeps its leaves all year long.
Evergreen.
Judges? No, no. Benjamin Tasker, this live oak with the Spanish moss hanging from its boughs keeps its leaves all year long, which means it is not what kind of tree that oaks normally are.
Pass it to Samir.
Samir?
I'm not sure. Annual?
Good try. Deciduous. Deciduous, where they shed their leaves. These trees do not. No points, still 10-point advantage for Kenmoor.
Body systems for 20.
Body systems for 20 points. Teams, oxytocin, the so-called love drug that makes mothers care for their babies, is actually what kind of chemical, much like adrenaline and thyroxine? What kind of chemical is it, Kenmoor?
It's a hormone.
Hormone, yes sir, good, go.
Zoo parade for 20.
Zoo parade, 20 points. Teams, another visual question. Look at that monitor one more time. A new species of spider has just been discovered, and the species name for this spider, because of that little yellow mustache, is the name of the Dr. Seuss character that spoke for the...
The Lorax.
The Lorax, yes. Lapidus lorax. Good answer. Go red.
Green things for 20, please.
Green things, 20 points. In the lead, if you get this, what same word means, the soft substance inside a fruit and the soft substance, Tasker? What you got?
The gum.
Not the gum. Kenmoor, what word is the soft substance that you find inside of a fruit and the soft part of your tooth that contains the nerves and the blood vessels?
The root.
The pulp. The pulp. Try again, red.
Science potpourri for 20, please.
Potpourri for 20 points. Teams, if you take your pets to a foreign country, you will have to keep them in isolation for about 40 days. That is known as what? Q initial period?
Quarantine.
Quarantine. That's it, John. Good. Go.
Daylight science for 20.
Dateline science for 20 points. Before the Cassini spacecraft crashed into Saturn, it took one last picture of this largest moon of Saturn. Kenmoor.
Titan.
Titan, yeah. Good, go. All right, 25-point questions, all the tough ones left. 150 to 200, still anybody's game. Go pick Kenmoor.
Body systems for 25.
Body systems for 25 points. All right, teams, two-part answer. The herpes zoster virus causes both this childhood disease and this disease in adults, both of which are characterized by rashes.
Chickenpox and smallpox?
Ooh, not quite. Not chickenpox and smallpox. Herpes zoster virus causes this childhood disease and this other disease that comes in an adult. Both of them are characterized by rashes.
Shingles and chickenpox?
Yes, indeed. You got them both, John. I didn't think you were going to get that one out. You pulled it out nicely. Go.
Let's get physical for 25.
Let's get physical for 25 points. Teams, you know that Hurricane Maria wiped out all the cell phone towers in Puerto Rico. So Google, to give them back internet service, put up a series of balloons in this layer of the atmosphere that is very calm. Joy?
Stratosphere.
Yeah, good. Samir, thank you. Go red.
Zoo Parade for 25, please.
Zoo Parade 25, big one in that category, teams. There is a program on television called Monsters Inside Me. Ooh, it's gross. Recently, they featured a woman who had these fly larvae in her scalp. Kenmoor?
Maggots.
Maggots, yes. I had to turn it off. It was too awful to watch. Go green.
Green things for 25.
Green things for 25 points. Teams, we know that animals have pigmentation, but so too do plants. Normally it's green, but there are white redwoods in California, and just like white animals, they too are known as...
Albino.
Albinos, that's right, Tasker, good. Go.
Science potpourri for 25, please.
Potpourri for 25 points. I'll give you 25 points if you can give me all 4 words exactly that the acronym NASA stands for. What does NASA stand for? All right, Benjamin Tasker.
National Aeronautics Space Administration.
Absolutely right. You got it. Good. Last question of the game is Dateline Science for 25 points. Your question is as follows. Thank you. There is a constant that describes the acceleration, expansion of the universe. Yes.
Cosmological constant?
Again?
Cosmological constant?
Not cosmological. Good try. This constant is named for the most famous space telescope that was ever made. Kenmoor? Hubble is right. Absolutely. And with that, you have sealed the win. Looks like Kenmoor's coming back. We'll be right back with a wrap-up. Don't go away. Welcome back. What a game, boy. That lead was going back and forth. Testimony to the great skill of these players here. We're proud of all of them. Our final tally is Benjamin Tasker 225, Kenmoor 275. Congratulations to Abby and John and Diego and Isa too. Congratulations to you as well, and Miss Sanchez. What a debut you've made. Your team is headed toward the semifinals. And Benjamin Tasker, let's give him a hand. 225, Edney, Joy, and Samir. Terrific game here. Miss Reynolds, what a great team you sent us as always. And Sean, congratulations to you as well. And thank you for watching. We hope to see you next time on another edition of Science Bowl. I'm Dave Zarin, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.